Okay, out with my buddy Jerry on my Z400. He's on his new to him 2022 Z900 Kawasaki. We were lost there for about half an hour, and then I recognized where I was. When you go past roadkill like that, close your eyes and your mouth, because you don't want flies getting in your eyes or mouth that have been all over a roadkill that who knows how old it is or what disease that animal possibly had. You know, just because he got hit by a car doesn't mean it was an accident. He may have been really sick with rabies or something and staggered onto the road and then got hit. So close your eyes and your mouth when you go past a roadkill in the middle of your travels. About time for me to do a 1 or 2 year review. I don't know how long I've had this bike. It's a 2019 Kawasaki Z400. I've got 4,700 miles on it. It still has the original tires. I can't wait to put new ones on. I'll probably put the same tires on, whatever the Dunlop models are that came with this from the factory. I really like this bike. We just got gas. My onboard gas mileage trip meter indicated that I had just done 82 or 85 miles to the gallon on this last tank of gas. And it's been on this kind of riding. You know, it's a sunny, humid, I'd call it hot day. It's in the upper 80s. It's supposed to go up near 90 today in the next few days. That's why I'm riding on these back roads that are shaded. It makes a difference. But this is, I haven't had any issues with this at all. Nothing. I don't hammer it, but I don't baby it. I don't take it much past 8 grand, even though the red line is 12,000. I think I had it there once. Good luck. Just to make sure it wouldn't grenade on me before I bought it. I've done 22 modifications to this machine. I have them listed in one of my couple previous videos. Things like these bar risers, the tank bag, this windshield, foam grips, covered the levers with leather. I put rubber topped foot pegs on to isolate me from any tingle that might be coming through. And this is a very smooth engine, very silky smooth. It has a lot of mid-range grunt. I was riding my buddy Jerry's 900 a little while ago, and I stalled it twice. Just pulling out. Very light flywheel on that machine. That's it. Well, sport bike. Not an all-out race bike with lights on it, but comfortable sport bike. You can ride all day with a civilized riding position. But this is fast enough. I've seen videos on YouTube of guys riding these machines. They were getting 113 miles an hour indicated on the speedometer. So I don't know if I believe that, but I believe that this would probably break the ton mark. I love that this has a single disc brake in the front. The suspension is so compliant. It doesn't hit bumps hard because it doesn't have that unsprung weight of a second disc and caliper and pads and hoses. It doesn't need it. This brake probably makes 250 horsepower. Why would I need 500 horsepower on a bike that doesn't even weigh 400 pounds? They slow down a hell of a lot faster than they speed up. Plus, it's not just the unsprung weight, it's flywheel effect. You know, you have to accelerate it, and it wants to keep going, and then you have to decelerate it, and then you have brake pad drag. It's a factor. Jack your wheel up on a bike with disc brakes someday, and try to get one rotation out of the wheel. Spin it. You're not going to get sometimes one rotation out of a front wheel with a single disc. So that's additional drag with the second disc. Plus it's flywheel and gyroscope. You ever hold a gyroscope and try to move it? It doesn't want to move. Well, you've added an even stronger gyroscope effect with the second disc. So this bike happily does not have the second disc in the front. You can lock this wheel with one finger. You pull the clutch in with one finger. Look at this. Look, my baby finger. This is the lightest clutch this side of a 125 motocross bike. I've seen complaints online, people, not complaints, but people upgrading their clutch. They put a different set of springs and shims, screws, and whatever else, clutch plates, I don't know. But this bike doesn't need it, trust me, it does not need it. When you get on this bike for the first time, you notice that the clutch is different. It's light. And at first I didn't like it. They call it a slipper clutch that prevents your back wheel from hopping. The clutch will slip a little bit rather than drag your back wheel if you downshift it and you don't bring the revs up on downshifting. Go ahead. But I've added I put a GSXR 600 off of a 2016 GSXR 600 shock on this. It is the correct length and it fits. And The improvement is instant. As soon as you go 20 feet, you can feel, oh my God, this shock actually works. Because the stock shocks on the Ninja and the Z400, I have been reading and told, they only last around 4,000 miles. That's one thing about things that deteriorate and fade and wear on your vehicles. If you're doing the riding or the driving, and as the aging process, the disintegration, the change takes place, you've grown accustomed to it and you don't notice it until you improve it. And that's what happened when I put the GSXR 600 shock on this. The stock shock on this bike, the bike is made to a price. Now the GSXR 600 stock shock is a good shock, but there are guys that want to go do track days, and they want to go road racing, and they want to even upgrade the stock shock, which is pretty good shock to begin with. You can adjust the spring preload, you can change the spring, you can change the compression damping and the rebound damping. A couple bumps coming. Yeah, that one. And it's adjustable, whereas the stock shock on these Ninjas and the Z400 is just a basic shock with just preload on the spring adjustment. Hi guys. And I've added a Hepco Becker aluminum rack that replaces the passenger section seat. That's H-E-P-C-O Becker, made in Germany. Even if you remove the stock seat and put that rack on there, it's a flat piece of thick aluminum. I'm saying it's maybe a 1/4 inch thick, maybe what's the next one down, 3/16. But even if you have to take somebody at an emergency, you're riding with your buddy and his bike breaks down and you have to take him, he can sit on that. That's a strong piece of equipment. And I have a trunk mounted to mine. I bought the trunk. It comes with a plastic mounting bracket, and it literally attaches and detaches in 1 second using a key, if you don't want the trunk on there, or if you have to get under the seat to, like I carry my tire repair kit under the seat. It's a new restaurant. Huh. Oops, I didn't know there were people behind me. I should watch that. I have been hit from behind while stopped 5 times. Once on a motorcycle. I was waiting my turn at an intersection, 4-way intersection, at a stop sign on my daily commute to work. 7 o'clock in the morning. And I got clobbered from behind. Anyway, what's this? I'm in high beam. I really like this bike. I would recommend this to anyone. I changed the torture rack medieval seat on this The stock seats. I've sat on more comfortable wooden park benches. I like this section here. Dissect it. There's a lot of storage space under the passenger seat. Now I went in there and hacked out all those little plastic baffles they have in there. Is that a Corvette or a Ferrari? That was a Corvette. And I made room for my small electric tire pump and flat repair kit. And cargo net and a couple straps for strapping things on. A lot of room going to waste under the passenger seat on this machine that I opened it up and made use of. Wait for my buddy Jerry a little bit here.